have a little bit of a chat now. Some questions that have flown in from social media. So, if you could possess someone else's body in the Aberavon squad for a month, who would that person be and why?
Well, for me, I'd go Will Price. I'd take his body right now, because I got a dad bod at the moment. So Will Price, I'd probably just maybe walk down Port Talbot, top off, and just see what happens from there then, and just assess my options there, whether that's good or bad. But that's the problem I'd like to solve at that time. So Will Price, happy. Yeah.
It's a good one. I like that one. As you know, I'm not really cut. I've never been cut in my career, so I like more bulk. So probably the obvious choice for me will probably be another centre, Leon James.
Nice. Quadzillas,
big arms. Don't need to get your top off and disco, but the minerals there, innit?
And he can run harder with the ball than
he can run.
So I guess if you take Rion's ability and put it to you back when you were playing,
yeah, and also with you, he's probably a better defender than you as well.
Rion.
Yeah, so would that make him a better defender?
No. Okay. One to watch this season. Even though we've had a couple of games, few into it now.
One to watch. As a youngster, just looking towards like a youngster.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you. Leave it up to you.
Do you know? One to watch me, I'd say. Oh, it's a tough one. Can't really.
Any bolters? We've got a few boys came in sort of late. Is anyone you've been sort of particularly impressed by or worked really hard?
I think. It's hard to say. Like, obviously, Aled's made a big difference to us. He's come in. His level of experience coming into it, he's helped us in some games, win us matches, so Ali'd be up there. I think, for me, Shea Smith looks handy. He's a youngster coming into it. He's looked good with ball in hand with the time we've seen him play, so I think he'll get better and better. So, yeah, I'd say Shea Smith.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And I think I like Joe Gage. Joe Gage, for me, I'm not too sure how old he is, maybe 24, 25, maybe a bit younger. But he's got the skills, I think, to beat defenders, got good footwork. So obviously defences are made up of brick walls these days, so you can really get in between defences and get around if he wants. Maybe lacking a bit of gas, old Gagey, but he can kick, pass, he's got all the skills for me. I think, he's one to watch, especially we only just started, didn't we? So yeah, over the coming months. So yeah, Joe Gage.
Best piece of advice you've ever received, whether this be playing or starting off now as coaches.
Wow.
Best bit of advice.
That's a very good question, Ben. I think from playing wise, I wouldn't necessarily have had any good advice, potentially playing wise, that I've really held on to. But as a coach, I think the best you could do is just try and let people be themselves in their own environment. I think if you force too much down some players, they become a bit rigid. So it's trying to give them the opportunity to thrive in their own environment. So the advice that I've been given is to try and empower people and try and create some autonomy as well. That is probably still a quest I'm on, but I think that's the bit of advice best advice that I've been given, and it's advice that I'm trying to strive to.
Yeah, good. Playing wise, best advice I ever had was not to get beaten up over instances in the game. So if there's a negative instance, don't throw your rest of your game off because you missed a line out or you dropped the ball. It's just being mature in that sense and come through and think onto the next positive. Coaching wise, I think I don't really have any advice, but keeping learning all the time, trying to get as much exposure to different people who coach or different sports, and just develop really, and loads of things that come through my coaching styles, and just probably being more player led in my sessions.
Great question, Ben.
I reckon I know your next. Well, I'll read the question. Any pre-game superstitions, items, things you do that you had when you were playing that maybe you've carried through to when you're coaching now? I'm pretty sure I remember one of your pre-game playing rituals.
Well, for me, whilst you have a little think there, I needed to walk out last in the change rooms. Obviously, when I wasn't captain, so especially at Aberavon, I needed to go out last. And there was some boys as well that needed to go out last as well. So we kind of a bit of a battle who leaves the change rooms at the same time last. So we used to go together. But yeah, so that would be for me. I'd wear the same pants as well, but that wasn't really a superstition. I only had one pair of pants, so I just wore those for the games. But yeah, leaving the change room last was my superstition. So that I had to do that for some strange reason.
Yeah, when I was playing, it was probably a weird thing. I had to walk out behind the number 6 for some reason. I don't know why. Just felt I must have had a good game when I down once and just tried keeping that going through really.
Didn't you have a hot bath as well?
Yeah, used to have a real hot bath before playing, just I think get my legs flowing.
I remember you in Ulster when we fly in the British and Irish Cup.
Yep.
It's a bit strange when you invited me in, but you know.
Love bubbles. Yeah, it was another thing. I don't know why. I think.
Didn't you eat used to go through like a tray of 12 Krispy Kremes as well?
No, that's no.
No, it's not. That's coach.
That's coach. That's coach superstition.
Coach and I,
yeah.
12 Krispy Kremes, yeah.
Coaching then really nothing. All the same, man.
Yeah. Some good memories, obviously, from playing at this place. What's the memory that sticks out from playing days here?
Probably my memory, or one of the best feelings we had, was a couple of them, but one of the things was beating Neath for the first time on Boxing Day for over 26 years over there. It was absolutely mental after that game, and the club was bouncing. And probably the other one then was beating Llandovery in the semis. Last couple of minutes of the game, we had scrums on our line. Frankie giving some words of wisdom to our prop, one of our props.
Can we reveal the pearls of wisdom?
Remember?
I don't mind, yeah. James Jones came on. When James came on, it was nervous times. So just making sure that he was, look, James, don't give any penalties away now, and don't put your rollerblades on either. So let's just get through this last 5 minutes, James.
That sticks out in my memory, yeah.
I got to say the same, yeah. Neath on Boxing Day, winning over there. I think it was the last time in like 30 years or something like that. And that was incredible. And yeah, sorry to be boring. The Llandovery semi-final up in Cardiff Quins, Carmarthen Quins. So yeah, good memories. Yeah, happy.
Good times.
Good times. Very good times.
Greatest coaching influence.
For me, it was Davies. Davies was formerly of Cross Keys and Newport. I think for me, really showed me the attacking side of the game. I was a very defensive-orientated player, tackle, jackal, things like that. I was very limited, really. And he just showed me the attacking side of what I potentially could do. I'm not saying I went anywhere with my attacking ability, but he just opened my eyes up to what I could do. And he put me under pressure in the sevens environment, and also taught me a lot about the tactical side of the game when I was at Newport. So he would be my biggest influence of learning in terms of the tactical side of the game and understanding my technical abilities as well, specifically in attack.
Good, okay. There's probably 2 people in my career. I think starting off was Garen Jenkins. I think he's a big part in my early doors, especially when I was transitioning from flanker to hooker. Spent a lot of time with me, went through a lot of pain with me, especially those early days, but I think his belief, he could see potential in me playing hooker, and if it weren't for him, I potentially probably wouldn't have gone hooker. I probably would have bitten the bullet and gone back to the back row. The other one who had a massive influence on me and always gave me confidence to play was probably Simon King. He was coming down that era, down here where he was quite successful. He was coaching, and in fairness, he always made me feel as if we was the best players on the pitch, and and he's a great character of the game as well, so he's never short of some funny jokes in appropriate times. So I say he had a massive influence on me as well after that.
As you're further down the track now, anyone, as you started that transition from playing to coaching, that had a particularly big influence on you starting sort of coaching?
Coaching wise, obviously, yeah, just starting out really. So just trying to, you pick up what you can off good coaches, and you obviously pick up what you can off bad coaches as well. So the good and the bad experiences. But picking up a lot of listening to people not directly involved in rugby, so people involved in different sports, and picking up what they do in their environments. So I've been to a few, obviously, CPDs and things like that about how they are in their environments and what they do in their environments, and just trying to put the context on how that looks in rugby. So I'd say that. So not much advice or any points that I've taken on board really, but it's just again constantly evolving and trying to learn and just trying to keep up to date and trying to find who I am as a coach, as opposed to trying to copy a coach as well. Trying to be who I am and trying to find my way as well.
Yeah, mine's pretty similar. It's like from when I was playing, you know, you remember key points that those coaches have done, so you pick off some of those key points and you keep it with them, and some of the stuff you probably didn't engage with as much, you probably leave out of it. Big influence for me when I started coaching, I was up in Canada, I think, watching Danny Wilson and what he is. He was so knowledgeable about the game, but he kept it so simple. It was just effective for me, and I learned quite a bit off him. Like Swanee said, it's just mixes of different, meet the new people, different environments from that really, and just there's not one total person who's done that. It's just the mix of different kind of people really.
Thank you, chaps. Thank you for your time.
Ben,
It's been an absolute pleasure.
no, it's been a fantastic interview actually.
It's been excellent.
We started off with a bit of ice breaking and
Thank
stuff
you.
like
Nice
that.
breaking.
Moved on.
I got a
Special.
plan ahead now, haven't I?
Called us out today.
I only told him earlier as well. That he's doing the
Oh, is it?
Wow. No.
This guy. He's a teacher. He loves it.